Welcome students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on biological classification. Yesterday I have told you about the classification proposed by Aristotle, then Carolus Linnaeus, while he divided all the living organisms into two major kingdoms, that is Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia, on the basis of certain criteria. Today I am going to tell about 5 kingdom classification, kingdom system, or 5 kingdom classification. I have already told you that there are certain limitations behind this 2 kingdom classification. That's why it was later on replaced by another classification that was proposed by an American ecologist. It was proposed by an American ecologist, R.H. Whitaker, in 1969. R.H. Whitaker divided all living organisms, classified, categorized all living organisms at that time into 5 major kingdoms. On the basis of certain criteria. First criteria is cell structure. Cell structure. That means whether organisms are prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Whether cells may be either prokaryotic, that means pro means before, and karyotic derived from word karyon means nucleus, means before nucleus containing cells, those cells which are before nucleus. That means these cells lacking well developed nucleus. They lacking well developed nucleus. Lacking well developed nucleus. And prokaryotic cells also lacking nuclear membrane. Also lacking nucleolus. Also lacking membrane bound cell organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. But in case of eukaryotic cells, U means true and karyot derived from the word karyon. Karyon means nucleus. That means true nucleus containing cells. These cells contain well developed nucleus. Well developed nucleus. And nucleus has a nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane. Nucleus also contains nucleolus. In addition to that, cell contain membrane bound cell organelles. Membrane bound cell organelles in the form of mitochondria, chloroplast, then endoplasmic reticulum, etc. And this cell is considered to be complex. It's considered to be complex, advanced, recent, and this one is considered to be primitive and simple. Primitive and simple in organization. That was first criteria that was used by R.H. Whitaker in 5-kingdom classification. Second criteria, that is Thylus organization. Thylus organization, which means that organisms may be either single-celled, you call them as unicellular, or made up of multi-cells, we call them as multicellular. Third criteria, that is mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. That means organism may be either autotrophic or heterotrophic on the basis of mode of nutrition. And fourth criteria, that is very important from evolutionary point of view, that's called phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic relationship. And on the basis of these four important criteria, cell structure, thylus organization, third one is mode of nutrition, and fourth one is, that is, phylogenetic relationship. On the basis of these four criteria, R.H. Whitaker divide all living organisms at that time into how many kingdoms? 5 major kingdoms. I will write these kingdoms in a beautiful pattern so that you can easily recapture. So that you can easily I will write this classification in a simple pattern like this. Living organisms are divided into are divided into 5 kingdoms. First is Kingdom Monera. First is Kingdom Monera, M-O-N-E-R-A, which forms the base of this kingdom. Kingdom Monera, it includes prokaryotic, unicellular, organisms. That's why it's also called as bacterial kingdom. It's also called as bacterial kingdom. And in this kingdom, it includes all bacteria and BGA, etc. Blue green algae. Second, that is Kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista, Protista. It includes unicellular but eukaryotic. Unicellular but eukaryotic and mostly aquatic organisms. And this Kingdom Protista, it becomes a connecting link between Monera and other kingdoms like Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. Because on one side it shows characters with Kingdom Monera like unicellular nature, and on the other side it shows features which are sharing with other kingdoms, that is eukaryotic cell structure. And third one is, that is Kingdom Plantae. It is Kingdom Plantae. And I have already told you about Euglena and Chlamydomonas. Euglena is a unicellular protist, and according to this classification, 5-kingdom classification, it is put in this kingdom, Kingdom Protista. Then Kingdom Plantae, it includes multicellular, eukaryotic, autotrophic, organisms. It includes all plants like algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. Algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. And in case of Kingdom Protista, it includes organisms like dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, etc. And from this kingdom Plantae, another kingdom comes out in the form of kingdom Fungi. It is separated from this kingdom Plantae. No doubt kingdom Fungi, the cells of kingdom Fungi also bear cell wall, but they are usually heterotrophic, especially saprophytic, and some are parasitic also. Kingdom Fungi. That's why they were put in a separate kingdom, kingdom Fungi. Here again, multicellular. It includes multicellular, except one, that is yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus. All fungi are multicellular except yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It is a unicellular fungus. It includes multicellular, then eukaryotic, heterotrophic, usually saprophytic. Saprophytic means which grow on decaying organic matter, usually saprophytic organisms. Examples include, you have bread mold called as Rhizopus. You have green mold called as Penicillium. You have edible fungi like Agaricus, etc. Then last one at the top of this, you have another kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia. It's considered to be most advanced and most complex type of kingdom. And in this kingdom, it includes organisms, multicellular, eukaryotic, heterotrophic, usually halozoic organisms. Examples include all animals. This was the classification that was proposed by R.H. Whitaker, and according to R.H. Whitaker, kingdom Monera is considered to be most simple, while kingdom Animalia is considered to be most complex. It's considered to be most primitive, having simple cell organization, whereas it's considered to be most recent or advanced, having complex cell organization. And from this simplicity to complexity, it's called as phylogeny. It's called as evolution from simple to complex. And on the basis of these four criteria, I already told you about these criteria, R.H. Whitaker divided all living organisms into 5 major kingdoms in order to include all organisms, and today this classification used throughout the world so as to classify living organisms. Inshallah, this was about the 5 kingdom classification. Inshallah, in next lecture I will come with the another topic. Till then, good day, have a good night.